As a content creator, we're always looking for ways that you can get ahead. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Comet from our good friends over at Perplexity. It is a browser, yeah, but more than just a browser. They packed a lot in there, and now they have made it more affordable than ever as well. Just recently, they lowered the price for $5 a month. You can still get on there. It is also at a $200 a month level, and there's a $20 right in the middle. So $5, $20, or $200. You can do a lot with it. Hi, I'm Terry Brock with Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, where we help entrepreneurs find out how they can use AI and other tools to really build their business. And on this video, I'm going to show you as a content creator how to do it. Matter of fact, I'm going to have some fun with this because I've had some frustration here. This is content creator to content creator. Frustrations here in the studio with some things not going right with Perplexity as I was using it and Comet, but I'm working through it, and it's kind of like, okay, it's just us together, okay? Don't tell any of the grown-ups about this, but it'll just be you and me together, and I'm going to show you what you can do. Because I want to start by showing you what you can do and why you would use this. One of the things we're doing when we create content is we use a lot of information, and we want to share it with people. One of the ways we get that information and we learn what's going on is going over to what I like to call the University of YouTube. And by University of YouTube, I mean we're going to YouTube to find out a lot. Well, take a look at this right here. Here I am on YouTube, and you'll see we've got a video here down below that says we got the tech experts to break down the incoming AI crypto collusion, et cetera, et cetera. This is with Peter Diamandis. Love his stuff and the interviews that he has. This is an example of a video that you'd want to use, and it's really good, real nice. However, there is a challenge with it, and the challenge is, let me come in here and highlight this part of it. Notice this one is 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 17 seconds. Hello, that's wonderful information. I love it, but I don't always have that much time during the day. Can you relate to what I'm talking about? Well, by using Comet, by using some of the features that are built into Perplexity's Comet, you are going to be able to tap into that and get the essence of what it is from videos, from long articles, and many, many other things. So let's take a look at how this works. First of all, let's take a look at the basic structure that is set up here. As I come in here, you can see I'm going to move my picture over here. We've got two I'm looking at right now in Comet. That's C-O-M-E-T. I'm in Comet right now, and I'm looking at the video that we have right here, and this one is lined up. But you'll see over on the right side, we've got a little bit of something different. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see I can make this over here called the assistant. And the assistant is where down below here in the bottom, see I can put in the information that I want. So down here you'll see where I can ask anything, put it in there just like we do on regular browsers, on ChatGPT, on Perplexity, on Claude, on whatever the tool is, Grok. They all use these kind of tools. And what I can do is I can put that in there, but I can put something in that's going to be unique for this. So I can see this video over here, what I want to do. And I'm going to show you step by step how we do this and how you can make it happen. I talked about this a little bit earlier on another video that we had that I did about this. I'm going to leave that for you at the end of this one. You definitely want to see it and share it with your team so they can see how to use Grok, how they can use these tools, and particularly Perplexity and Perplexity's Chrome feature. The Chrome feature means that it's using all the tools that we have there for Comet. Comet is their browser. It's an internet browser, but it's not like Chrome other than you can use the extensions of Chrome, and that's kind of nice. But it gives us the ability to do a lot. So down here, I'm going to put this in there, and I want to get a summary of what's going on with this. So I'm going to put in here, give me a summary of this video, and I want the summary, let's see, in 20, put a space in there, 20 paragraphs or less. Show me the ways this can be used and show me some alternate points of view than what is on this video. Okay, now I'm going to put that in here, and now watch what's happening. When I put that in there, the assistant comes up, and it's walking me through this. And also notice down here, it's giving me a message, upgrade to max, saying that I've reached my daily limit. Well, I haven't. I know because I haven't done that many, but look what it's doing. It's showing me this right here. And this is nothing short of amazing when you see what it's done. Right here, look at this. It's showing me all that is available there and the summary. That quickly, it took that 1 hour, 53-minute great video packed with a lot of information. And now I can read it much faster and I can get all of this information much, much faster than ever before. That translates to a lot for you and me as content creators. This is in the oh my goodness category. That's a major category. How are we going to put this together? How are we going to make it happen? And it shows us how to do it. I just typed that little simple prompt and it gave it to me like that. This is what you can do with those long form videos that are over on YouTube and other places. You might not have the 2 or 3 hours or however long it is to watch the whole thing. Hey, we're working here. We got clients to deal with. We want to really help our clients. Well, now you can do this by taking a tool like Perplexity's Comet. And Comet gives you the ability to change that. But it doesn't stop there. There's even more we can do. You can also use this on long articles. For instance, sometimes you want to read a very lengthy article or a magazine insert, a website, a blog that could be pretty long, because that gives us the information then that we can use in our presentations. As a professional speaker, we always want to know what the audience needs, where they're hurting, where we can provide solutions and solve their problems. I love doing that, and I want it customized. I want it unique to each person, each group that I'm speaking with, not just with a cookie cutter speech, but something that really relates to them and what they're doing. That's just my style. And I like to do that. Well, you will want to do some of the things like that and get more information. You can also do it here. For instance, let's take a look at where I'm at right now. I'm over here on Harvard Business Review, using Gina's account, by the way. Hey, when you graduate from Harvard, like she did, and you put in $100 bazillion, I'm thinking that's what it was, close to that anyway, for the education, they give you a free subscription for it. So it's good. So I'm using that for hers because we're in the same household. She's my fiance right now. And we can see this, but you see, I've got the article here. Long article, really good information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use what is available within Comet and be able to see this by going in here. And I'm going to actually press a keystroke here where I'm doing the option and then A. And the option A brings up it toggles back and forth between the view that we can have over here. And you'll see up here, it gives you that ability. So I can see under the assistant, I can look at the assistant and then bring that in when I want to. Up here, let's see, let me get over here and look at it. I can look at the capabilities that it has in this with assistant, and I can toggle that assistant. So I'm going back and forth. Like that, it turns it off, go over here, and it turns it on. So we've got that available, giving me the ability to take a look at it. And I want to start a new one, so I'm going to click over here in the upper right corner. You'll notice up here, there's some options here. Let me let you see that a little bit better. So you can come over here, and it gives me the ability to tap on that. I'm going to click on this right here to start a new program, a new query. And then down here, I'm going to put in, give me a summary of this article in, I like the number 20 or 25, let's say 25 paragraphs or less, and show me different points of view at the end of this query. There we go. Now watch what happens. It's going through, looking at it, finding it, and goes, here's a summary. Did you see how fast that did that? An article summary just like that, real quickly, letting me see what's going on with all of that in there very, very nicely and very easily. I'm going to zoom out so you can see what's happening. We've got the article here from Harvard Business Review over on the left. We've got the information here that I can scroll through, giving me a good point of view, and even put down here at the bottom, balanced view, so give me a recap of it. I like doing that often so that I can see other points of view and be able to see how this works. What we're seeing here is a capability for us content creators, YouTubers, podcasters, professional speakers, writers, however you're communicating your message using the power of words, written words, spoken words. Sometimes we're using photography, sometimes we're using pictures and artistry to communicate. Really what we are is we're communicators who solve problems, CSPs. I like that because in professional speaking, we have a designation, certified speaking professional. I am one of those, and if you're a professional speaker, I'd encourage you to look into that as well. Really good. But we are communicators who solve problems. As we use these features that are available, we can do a lot. So I want you to think about this. How can you take this new version and be able to twist it around, get some ability there? Because now for only $5, you can get that. That's a really nice feature. And speaking of that really nice feature, let's take a look at it here. You can see right here, it's got an article that they produced, those folks at Perplexity, introducing Comet Plus. And this is what it is. They give a nice description of what it is. I think it's really good. They're using this to compensate the people who are creating the content and give them 80% of the money. Okay, it's $5 a month. They're going to give $4 to the content creators, and $1 goes to pay the necessary bills they have to pay on this. But I think they've done a good job of it. $5 a month is pretty good. So there's no more excuses on this. If you haven't been using Perplexity, Perplexity Pro is the pattern that I'm using. That's $20 a month. $5 for their getting started plan that I think is really nice, called the Comet Plus. You're getting not a whole lot, but $5, you got something that can get you started. And actually, here's the way to do it. You start with this, figure out a way to do it for $5 a month. You can get $5 somewhere. Then create some money where you can get even more. Earn $100, a couple $100 at some legitimate job where you see a need and you're helping people with it. And then you might be able to upgrade to the 20. A little bit at a time, do that. I think that's the way to make this work. And while we're together, I want to tell you about another thing. I'm not going to show you all the details of this, but it blew me away today when I found out, just as I was preparing for this, you can now use Comet and get an analysis of LinkedIn profiles. Take a look at your profile on LinkedIn. How would you like to hire a team of some of the best LinkedIn experts in the world and have them take a look at what you're doing on LinkedIn, give you some feedback on how to adjust? Well, that's exactly what you can do now with Comet using Perplexity. This is amazing. That's worth $5 a month. Come on. I'm paying the 20, glad to do that. And frankly, I'm looking at going up to the 200 because there's some extra things you get. You don't get stifled as much on that. They've got to do some of that. I understand exactly what Perplexity is going through, but I applaud them and what they're doing and how they're doing it. But now with LinkedIn, I did it this afternoon for me and for Gina. Went in, I looked at both of our profiles that are there, and I said, take a look at this. What do you think is strong? What am I doing right on this profile? What do I need to improve? And it came back with several suggestions showing me what's gone right, what we can do to make it better. And I thought, this is what we need. Now, that means also for those of you, my dear friends, who are experts consulting and coaching in LinkedIn, you've been helping people, and we really appreciate it. However, you're going to have to adjust. Now we're getting the information from Perplexity, from Comet, and it's giving us a lot of capabilities. For those of us who are not in that area, but we just want to make our LinkedIn better, this is the way to do it. Get this tool and start using it right away. I would highly recommend it. And as we close out, one of the things that's very important, don't leave me right now, this is important, privacy. Privacy is a real key. When you open this up to Perplexity, you can tap into many things. Like, for instance, it can look at your Gmail, it can look at your Google Docs, it can look at your calendar, just like we see over on ChatGPT. You can do that now also with connectors. Well, that's what they're calling it here on Perplexity too, connectors. You put them together. However, that means if you don't put in certain requirements, it's going to be visible to the entire world. And I don't think you want your Gmail and all your Google Docs, all your spreadsheets, all your Google Drive information available to the world. I checked on it, and what they told me to do and what I did is I went into the profile that I have, looking at that on Perplexity, and started specifically saying, no, I don't want this available. I don't want that. It's an early stage right now, so I would encourage you, my fellow Perplexity user and lover, to another, I would say go in there and study what is up and what you can do. There are ways that you can make sure that Perplexity doesn't share your most private information to the world. Ask about that in Perplexity, what to do and where to go. You'll want to go into your settings. You'll want to take a look at the profile that you have, and I'm turning off several different features. Now, you don't want to turn off everything because then it'll say, fine, we won't access your Gmail, we can't process it. But what you want to do is keep it on your computer, just on your computer, and there's a whole lot more to this than what meets the eye. I am not an expert in security, so I'm not giving any advice. I'd say check with a security expert, a cybersecurity expert that can help you and your team on this. But whatever you do, take a look at these tools. They've got some great capabilities that can help you in some enormous ways. So stay in touch with people that are going to be able to help you. One of the ways you can get help is through our Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. We're able to help many people in our group. We give them the ability and the assistance. So I move back and forth here on the screen and give you a chance to see a lot more that's available. Let you see there's a lot going on here. And we'd love you to like, share, and subscribe to this. This way you're going to get the maximum information from it, and bounce over and see us at starkravingentrepreneurs.com. That's where you'll get some of the most recent information that's available. And speaking of that, we've got something we want to give you, a great resource for you and the people on your team. We've got a tool called AI Tools for Biz.com, and that number 4 is what we use, AI Tools for biz.com, all in lowercase, all is one word. And that gives you the ability to get a lot done and find out about many different tools, and we keep updating this regularly. So bounce over there, get a chance to see what's available, and I think you'll enjoy it. You'll find out what's available. Take a look at what is available now that we can use in many different ways. Comet from Perplexity has some great power. I had a little bit of frustration with it. It was showing me you've reached your maximum, and then I tried it again and it gave me the information anyway, and I thought, I don't understand. So something's going on there. It was a little bit frustrating, but I love my Perplexity. It is great and gives you a lot of capability. As a matter of fact, we've got another video that you're going to find real handy over here that explains all of these features that I've been talking about and some other ways that you want to use it. Perplexity is something you want to look into. I'm Terry Brock. Thank you very much for joining me today.